Once upon a time, in the vast, golden desert where the dunes shimmered like waves of sand, lived a determined and bright magenta camel named Cammy. Cammy's fur was a striking shade of magenta that stood out vividly against the sandy landscape. She was known throughout the desert for her unwavering perseverance and never-give-up attitude. Cammy lived with her family, a wise and loving mother, Mrs. Camel, a hard-working father, Mr. Camel, and her curious little brother, Timmy. Every evening, as the desert sky transformed into a tapestry of orange and pink, Cammy's family would gather around for stories and lessons. Tonight, Mrs. Camel had a special lesson about perseverance. Tonight's lesson is about perseverance, Mrs. Camel began, her voice calm and encouraging. Perseverance means continuing to work towards our goals, even when things get tough. It's about not giving up, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Cammy's eyes sparkled with curiosity. How can we show perseverance, Mama? Mrs. Camel smiled warmly. Perseverance is about setting our sights on something we want to achieve and not letting obstacles stop us. It means keeping our spirits high and finding ways to overcome challenges. The next morning, as the sun rose over the desert, casting its golden light on the sand, Cammy received a special challenge from the Desert Council, a group of wise desert animals who looked after the well-being of the desert community. The council had asked Cammy to find a hidden oasis deep within the desert, a place said to be filled with life-giving water and beautiful flowers. The journey to the oasis was known to be long and treacherous. Cammy eagerly accepted the challenge. With her bright magenta fur gleaming in the sun, she set off on her journey, determined to find the hidden oasis. As she ventured deeper into the desert, the sun grew hotter, and the sand became more challenging to traverse. At first, Cammy was excited and full of energy. She climbed over dunes, navigated through rocky terrain, and followed the stars at night. But as the days passed, the journey became more difficult. The heat was intense, the sand seemed endless, and Cammy began to feel tired and discouraged. One day, as Cammy was struggling through a particularly harsh stretch of desert, she saw a weary traveler, a small, exhausted desert fox named Fifi. Fifi looked up at Cammy with tired eyes and said, "I've been trying to find the oasis too, but I'm lost and can't go any further. It's too hard." Cammy paused and thought about her own journey. She knew that perseverance meant helping others along the way as well. She offered Fifi some of her water and shared her food. "Don't give up, Fifi. I've faced challenges too, but I believe we can find the oasis if we keep trying. Let's work together and encourage each other." Fifi's eyes brightened with hope. "Thank you, Cammy. I'll keep trying if you're with me." Together, Cammy and Fifi continued their journey. They supported each other through the toughest parts of the desert, sharing stories to keep their spirits high. They faced sandstorms, steep dunes, and long stretches of barren land, but they never gave up. One evening, as the sun began to set and the desert was bathed in a soft, golden light, Cammy noticed something glimmering in the distance. With renewed energy, she and Fifi made their way toward the glimmer. As they approached, they saw a lush, green oasis with sparkling water and vibrant flowers. Cammy and Fifi had finally found the hidden oasis. The sight of the beautiful water and the refreshing greenery filled them with joy and relief. They celebrated their success, knowing that their perseverance had led them to this wonderful discovery. The Desert Council gathered at the oasis to congratulate Cammy and Fifi. The wise old tortoise, who was part of the council, spoke with a proud smile. "You have shown great perseverance on your journey. Even when things were tough, you continued to push forward and support each other. Your determination has led you to this beautiful oasis. Cammy beamed with pride. Thank you. I learned that perseverance means continuing to work towards our goals and never giving up, even when the path is difficult. And helping others along the way makes the journey even more rewarding. Fifi nodded in agreement. Perseverance is about keeping our spirits high and believing in ourselves. With Cammy's encouragement and our shared determination, we were able to achieve our goal. As the stars began to twinkle in the desert sky, Cammy and Fifi enjoyed the cool, refreshing waters of the oasis and the beauty of their surroundings. They felt a deep sense of accomplishment and happiness, knowing that their perseverance had made the journey worthwhile. That night, as Cammy returned home to her cozy desert burrow, Mrs. Camel welcomed her with a loving hug. "How was your journey, Cammy?" Mrs. Camel asked with a warm smile. Cammy's eyes shone with excitement. "It was incredible. I found the hidden oasis and learned that perseverance is about never giving up, no matter how hard things get. It's about believing in ourselves and continuing to push forward." Mrs. Camel nodded approvingly. "You've learned an important lesson today. Perseverance is about staying determined and resilient. Your journey and your success are a testament to your strength and dedication." As Cammy settled into her soft, sandy bed, she reflected on her adventure. Mrs. Camel tucked her in with a gentle kiss and said softly, "Remember, perseverance means continuing to work towards our goals and not giving up. Your determination and hard work have made a difference, and that's something to be proud of."